It comes from those moments where you say, I'm not okay, and then someone stays. And here's where the real heartbreak lives. When you've spent a lifetime holding it all together, you, you often don't even know how to fall apart safely anymore. You long for it, you feel it deep in your bones, the pain to finally let go, to stop pretending, to say what's real, to cry hard. But then something inside of you freezes and you tighten up and you swallow your tears and you laugh it off and say, I'm fine. And you distract and you disappear and you soldier on because somewhere deep down, you don't believe the people around you would stay if you truly let it go. And maybe you're right. Maybe they wouldn't. See, some people know how to love the strongest version of us, the one that's curated, the one that's reliable, the one that's resilient. And so we stay in character, not because we want to be fake, but because we're scared of being abandoned. And that fear is real. And that fear is ancient. For some of us, it started in childhood while our parents punished our tears or our spiritual leaders dismissed our doubts. For others, it may have been teachers who rewarded compliance over curiosity, or partners who drew close only when we were upbeat, but not when we were unraveling. And so we learned to compartmentalize. We learned to separate our pain from our presence. And we developed personas, right? That were helpful and composed and charming and accomplished because those personas protected us. They made us palatable. They earned us connection. But they also robbed us of intimacy. Because intimacy doesn't come from being impressive. Intimacy comes from being honest. It comes from those moments where you say, I'm not okay, and then someone stays. Not with advice, not with solutions. They just stay with their presence, with stillness, with their breath, with this unflinching presence that says, you don't scare me. You don't burden me. You don't need to shrink here. Most of us don't get that kind of a moment. And so we learn to live without it. But living without it costs us everything. It costs us connection. It costs us self-trust. It costs us clarity. Because when you're always performing strength, you eventually forget what your real needs are.